Hello guys, it's Nilufar. Welcome to my channel and to the most colorful city in Europe, Gdansk. In today's video, we're gonna walk together through the old town. I'll talk about the history of the city, the must-to-dos, and the places you shouldn't miss during your vacation here. Hope you enjoy, and let's go! Gdansk is one of the most beautiful places in Poland. Located at the Baltic Sea, it has amazing beaches, lovely old town, and all the features of the big city. Add to that low prices, multicultural atmosphere, and friendly people, and you have then an awesome tourist destination. So let's talk about little history before we arrive to the most spectacular places. Gdansk was a part of Germany for many years. In fact, this city is just as German as Polish. It was incorporated into Poland after World War II in 1945. Germans always wanted Gdansk because it was a strong city with access to the Baltic Sea. It is still a very popular tourist destination among German tourists. You can hear people speaking Deutsch all the time. It's not really a problem for Gdansk citizens, as many of them can easily communicate in this language. Because Gdansk was incorporated into Poland after World War II in 1945, there are still many people alive who were born in Gdansk as German citizens. After World War II, against the will of the majority of Poles, Poland fell under the Soviet supremacy. It became a communist country with some independences. But all the important decisions must have been approved by the Soviet government in Moscow, even though Soviets claimed that Poland is free. Poles hated Russians and their domination. There were plenty of uprisings and revolts against the Soviets in Poland, and they all were bloodily suppressed. Until 1980, when the formation of the independent trade union Solidarity was founded in Gdansk, under the leadership of Lech Walesa, as they say, and support of Polish Pope John Paul II. Poland was free again in 1990. The city of Gdansk is one of the oldest cities in Poland. The city's founding goes back to the 10th century. Gdansk has been a witness to nearly all significant events in Polish history and even became a war zone during World War II, as I said before. Aside from its history, the city of Gdansk is also famous for its vividly colored houses. As we walk through the old town, you will notice that all the buildings are painted in different colors, and that's because the rich merchants wanted to display their wealth as creatively as possible. That is why every house had a different color. And another sign of their creativity were the rooftops. That's why the city is so colorful. Now we are passing over the Mutlava River and approaching the old town. Here you see on the riverside, on both sides, you have plenty of restaurants and cafes. I'll be back here and I'll show you the best restaurants where you can sit and enjoy the nicest view. Before you start a proper Gdansk sightseeing, be sure to just wander around the old town and enjoy the place. This area is simply the prettiest with rows of beautiful architecture that always reminds me a bit about Amsterdam. Be sure to look at all the details as you might find some real gems and interesting photo angles there. Such an easy, curious and relaxing walk around will let you appreciate this part of Gdansk even more. Długi Targ, also known as the Long Market or Royal Way, is the main thoroughfare through Gdansk. The entire street is only 500 meters long, so you can walk it in just 10 minutes, but for the best experience there are some things to stop and see along the way. As you walk down the market hall or Długi Targ, here are the best places to visit. The Golden Gate sits at the western end of the street. As you look down Długi Targ, you can see cafes and shops lining the street and the iconic town hall tower. During the day, this can be a crowded place, but at night or during the early morning hours, it's quiet and peaceful. Here you have the Neptune Fountain. This fountain is one of the most recognizable symbols of Gdansk. It's a big statue situated in the heart of Gdansk Old Town. There are many legends connected to Neptune Fountain. The most popular is the one about the Goldwasser, popular vodka from Gdansk. It's believed that the people of Gdansk had so much money that they kept throwing golden coins into the fountain. They thought it would bring them luck. After some time, Neptune became very angry that his fountain is all cluttered. He splintered all the golden coins into a fine powder and turned the water from the fountain to vodka. And that is how the famous Goldwasser was created. There is another myth which says that once in a century, all stone creatures adorning the tops of Gdansk townhouses come to life in Gdansk for one night. They are tasting all the delicious food and meet all the people they've been observing for so many years. It's believed that the leader of the feast is Neptune himself. Here you have the St. Marie's Church, which is the largest brick church in the world, and inside you'll find an astronomical clock, 300 tombstones, 31 chapels, and the largest stained glass window in Poland. The 78-meter tower, which involves climbing 405 steps, houses a viewing platform with cracking views of Gdansk Old Town and has benefited from a 3.3 million euro renovation. In fact, it's one of the most picturesque, Instagrammable places in Gdansk. Speaking of renovation, works are still ongoing in various parts of the building, which are unfortunately excluded from sightseeing. Nevertheless, you will gain much from a visit there. In case of bad weather conditions, especially during storms, the tower is closed to visitors. Gdansk is famous for the beautiful and unique embers. Poland is the biggest ember exporter in the whole world. For those of you who don't know what ember is, it's a fossilized tree resin. It's been appreciated for its natural beauty and color since Neolithic times. It's mainly used as a part of jewelry, but it's also popular in the medicine and cosmetics industry. I've also filmed ember shops in Sopot and Krakow. You can find the links here above and watch more about Poland. The name of this beautiful shop is Arbis. It's right beside the St. Mary's Church and they have plenty of ember jewelry and decorative stuff. Try to check out their collection if you come to Gdansk. Seriously recommend it. It's not a reclam. I just wanted to show you this beautiful shop because I myself love it. Although you can find almost anywhere in Gdansk or other cities in Poland small and big ember shops. Here you can see the astronomical clock of St. Mary's Church. The oldest parts of Gdansk City Hall were built in the 14th century, but the building was reconstructed and developed, which resulted in the beautiful Gothic Renaissance edifice. Most people just take a photo of the building outside and not many visit its amazing interiors. I can say it's one of the most underrated Gdansk attractions. And now here we have these beautiful lions, four quarters fountain. And if I want to give you a bit information, long ago you would have found old Gdansk carved into four quarters: Szyzeroki, Wysoki, Rybaki, and Kogi, which mean wide, high, fish and sheep quarter. And today the geographic point where these historic areas met has been handily highlighted by a dazzling installation that makes use of lions, light, and water. You may have noticed that this video is taken during Halloween time in October 2023. You can see that almost all the shops and restaurants are decorated with pumpkins, and I must confess that Polish are so talented in decorating and celebrating events. Last year in 2022, we were also here again during Halloween time, and it's more interesting for us who are traveling from Sweden, as we see such celebrations very rarely in Sweden. I don't know why, but Swedish people don't care that much about Valentine, Halloween, and the other cool events which add so much color and energy to the city.
Und zwischen den beiden Scheiben überall.
Here you have the fabulous Great Armory, which is right now the Academy of Fine Arts in Gdansk. It was designed by Flemish architect Antonis van Obergen and is the most impressive of his works in Gdansk. The well-like structure in front was used as an elevator to transport gunpowder and cannonballs from their storage place in the basement to ground level. The armory was badly damaged in World War II and had to be completely rebuilt. It's only in recent years that it has regained its former glory, following a spell during which it even played host to a supermarket. It's now open as an art gallery hosted by the Gdansk Academy of Fine Arts with a classy wine bar on the ground floor, which gives you a chance to take a look inside when there are no exhibitions taking place. Please tell me that you are enjoying as much as I do. I really hope so. Just look at these colorful buildings. None of two have the same color. It's just amazing. Now we are moving towards the Golden Gate, which is a historic city gate built in 1612 at the end of Deluga Street, and is a classic example of Dutch mannerism with its overemphasis on quality and sophistication. Each facade ends with a sculpture-topped attic. The gate was largely destroyed during World War II and was rebuilt in late 50s. Within the Golden Gate arches, you can see archival photos on the placards showing a largely destroyed Gdansk old town in 1945. If you walk through the gate to the opposite direction, then you are on the long street, which is the heart of Gdansk old town. The prison tower is the oldest 14th century prison in Gdansk. The tower adjoins the inner courtyard. In the past, courts, inquests, accusations, cruel tortures, and public executions took place here. Today, it houses the Ember Museum. They have used red brick in the construction, and the architecture shows a mixture of different styles, Norman and Russian, with early Baroque elements. The gate in front of us is Vizina Gate, or the High Gate. This Renaissance city gate was a main entry point to the city and marked the beginning of Gdansk royal route. It was a part of a larger fortified structure guarding the city. Guys, I can seriously recommend you to take a boat tour on the Mutlava River and take a water adventure. You can even book boats with lunch. Up to you. But we took this super cool tour with the Black Pearl ship and it was a very lovely experience. Not too expensive either. The Black Pearl is a fictional ship in the Pirates of the Caribbean film series. Super cool. This black building, Zurav the crane, together with Neptune fountain, they are the most popular symbols of Gdansk. Zurav, built in 1442, the crane in Gdansk is the biggest and the oldest port lift in Europe. It used to have three functions: putting up masts, handling the cargo, and at the same time being a city gate. The boat tour took about 1.5 hours, and I'm not going to show you all the details because it's going to get boring. But I tried to show mostly the beautiful places and the colorful buildings on the riverside. Now we are moving towards the Amber Sky, and here we are beside the statue of Amber, Promenade of the Stars. It's an avenue of the courtyard of the Polish Baltic Philharmonic in Gdansk, honoring outstanding film, music, literature, and fine artists from Poland and abroad, existing since 2006. And finally, here we are at the Amber Sky Wheel in Gdansk. which started operations in June 2016. It's beautifully located on the old town center of Gdansk at the banks of the Mutlawa River and offers an amazing view of the old city center at different vantage points. This gives guests the opportunity to explore and view the city from a different view. Amber Sky is a 45-meter wheel with 36 gondolas. Each gondola can hold 6 to 8 passengers, giving it a great capacity. You don't need to book in advance, just go there and buy the tickets. I don't remember how much we paid, but it's not expensive at all. I definitely recommend to take the wheel during daytime because then you have a great view over the city. Guys, thank you very much for taking time and watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I've told you before that it's not my job, it's a hobby, and I make these videos for my passion for traveling and love to share with you my experience. Thank you very much for all support and kind comments. At the end, I want to give you some tips about cafes and restaurants. Actually, we were staying at Holiday Inn Hotel and we had breakfast dinner included, but several times we tried the food outside. Once it was in Hard Rock and it was okay, but not that good like in Krakow. Then we ate once in a Japanese restaurant and it was great, so good. And then this Italian restaurant beside the river, Peroni Italia, was great. Both the pizza and pasta were amazing. I think I've said it 1,000 times, I guess, and I will say it again. You must try Polish pastry and bakery. They are the best after Japanese. So I have a good cafe tips, and this is Kaiser. Don't forget to give it a try. The location you can Google and find. It's beside the river and they are amazing. Until next time, thank you very much. Take care and hope you enjoyed the video. Goodbye.